Yeah.
All right, just give them a quick overview of what Before You Apply is, and then go right into the product.
Yeah. So Before You Apply is what we wish existed the last time that we looked for work. It's really an attempt to answer all the questions that we know candidates have at the top of the funnel before they apply, to get recruiters better response rates to their outbound messages and really cut down on their screening call times. That's the biggest use case that we started with, and then we reverse engineered everything from there. But I think some like other helpful context before I jump in is that Before You Apply was created out of job portraits, and for the last 7 years, job portraits has been one of the top employer branding content studios. We're based out of the Bay Area, and about a year ago, a couple of us at the company put our heads together and came up with this new offering called Before You Apply, and it took off really fast, to the point now where it's actually become kind of the face of the company. So we kind of reversed it, where a lot of companies will start with a product and then build like custom services off of that. We really rooted ourselves in custom services and then created a more productized version of our work from there. So a little bit different.
All right. Well, look forward to checking it out here. So feel free to share your screen.
Cool.
And let's jump into the products.
All right. So what we're looking at here is what we call a Before You Apply team profile. In short, what this is this is a profile based on the team level, where we come in, we interview members of a priority team at a company, and we ask them really pointed questions to draw out all the information that we know candidates want before they apply. When they're looking for work, obviously candidates come in with questions on their mind, and what we want to do is really provide that for them up front, to help make recruiter efficiency just a real thing for companies. So like, as you can see, this is a mid-market sales profile. I keep trucking. It has a light branding element to it. It has links to all like candidate facing sites, social media, etc. A little about section about the team and about the company. And then we get into like the core part of the profile, which is these Q&A videos led by us. And we ask just these like very pointed questions. None of these questions are designed to be layups. And you can,
These are like job seeker FAQs, right? Kind of like what
very
they
much
want to know.
Yeah. And some background on that. We've done a lot of research with candidates on the market, especially really hard to hire competitive talent like software engineers, really skilled salespeople. And we've just asked them, what are all the things that you're looking for before you apply? We took all of that research and just like I said, reverse engineered to create this page for them. So as you can see, it has a series of, most of the profiles end up with 10 to 15 individual video clips. And then it has all of these these just like transparent pieces here. Like you can apply for the roles, obviously, contact the recruiting team. This is very much like a marketing play. Candidates, especially if they come in this well-informed, will just have questions that they need answered, and giving them the ability to reach out to a recruiter directly has just been highly effective for our clients. And then this great links to learn more. We think of this as, what do you wish showed up on Google if a candidate was researching your company? And for a lot of companies, they might do a really great job at creating assets that just get buried, whether they're lost in a Google Drive somewhere or they're just like not SEO friendly. This is the opportunity to put this front and center for a candidate. And in the research that we did when we were designing the page, what candidates were telling us is they would go into the videos as soon as they got the spirit of the company and of the team, they would go straight over to this area here and just go down a rabbit hole of research. And then team size and roles, collaborative practices, how you're working, tech stack, company level stats. These are all just like those little bits of information that just like float around in a candidate's head.
Yep.
And what we don't want is, we don't want recruiters just spinning their wheels on screening calls, just answering the same questions over and over and over again. And this is really an attempt to like help mitigate that, and just make recruiters' calls more productive, more thoughtful, so they can start getting to the information that they want to convey as fast as possible. So, there's a couple other components here that are like really important to highlight. When we come in and when we profile a team, we have a very structured process. Like we've done this a lot. It's a very streamlined process. We do it in the form of a production sprint. So we turn around content very fast, usually within 2 weeks or less. We've also given all ownership of the content to our clients. I think that it's very common in our industry to create something and then license it back for companies to use however they want to. What we've decided to do is just create this with our clients and give them the ownership so they can use it however and wherever they want. We also deliver.
Can they edit whenever they want?
Yes, they can. We would need to help them with that with that part of the creative process, but absolutely yes. Gotcha. Another component too is that in addition to creating this finished team profile, we also give our clients a folder with all of the individual video clips, which means that in turn is 10 to 15 social posts that can just come out of creating this one page that can then all drive back to the page or drive to the career site wherever they want. We also assign a dedicated account manager, a producer, a copywriter, and a video editor, along with an activation specialist on every project who guides, that's the team working on production. And at the end of it, we help with what we call a launch day, where we come back together with the recruiting team and members of whatever team that we're profiling. And we take them through like a 45-minute to an hour work session to help with distribution of the content to help amplify the message, which has been like really impactful as well. And then, there's like some other things too, like not every company is obviously created the same. We know what questions that candidates want answered, but at the same time, companies might have special initiatives, things they're proud of that they do, that are unique or different and that they want to highlight. And so we also build in some flexibility here with the content where we can customize questions. Like let's say you're doing a DEI initiative around like hiring women engineers or something like that. We can build in some custom questions that really highlight those things that are important to the organization.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Some questions on pricing, and Nate, what does it cost?
Yeah, that's a good question. So we've actually rolled this out for those that are in our network as a freemium model. I'll be transparent why, but it's also like it's a pretty cool and unique opportunity. We will come in and we will profile any team as an experiment for free. The reason we do that is because sometimes like creating this kind of content can get stuck either in budget conversations or sometimes even outside of the function. Knowing what employer branding content looks like isn't really known. And we know that if we can come in and like create something that's cool, that is getting an impact, that there's the opportunity for us to grow internally at an organization and profile other teams. But we're happy to come in and have the conversation about rolling out one of these for free as a way to like create something really neat, run it as a low risk experiment for the organization, create some immediate impact, and then from there we can talk about rolling it out to additional teams. So it's kind of a win-win, but it's worked really well so far.
Excellent. And it's beforeyouapply.com.
Yeah, and if anybody, I think probably the easiest way is just if you want to schedule a conversation with me just to talk through details and logistics and go over like the production process, just email me. It's nate@beforeyouapply.com. I'll throw that in the chat as well.
Yeah, throw in the chat there, Nate. Appreciate that.
Cool.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate your time today, Nate. Thanks for coming on and showing it to us.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
All right. Take care.